side?
Yeah, that's family, so it's great to have her here. I know the transition and me leaving was tough for both of us, and a lot of the people back at UConn, so for her to come and support and still be connected, it means a lot.
Guys, hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Geneva. This is Geneva in General. And guys, I just watched a great game of Dallas Wings taking on the Seattle Storm down there in Dallas, Texas, okay, at their home court. And unfortunately, they did not win against Seattle Storm, but this was still a very good game. And again, the final game, guys, the game concluded with the Seattle Storm being on top. They won the game with 79 points, whereas the Dallas Wings only had 71 points. Just an 8-point deficit, okay? Keep that in mind. The Dallas Wings lost to the Seattle Storm by just 8 points. That is not a blowout, in my opinion. It was a pretty, good game, okay, as it pertains to them fighting with honor, integrity, and just giving it their all. Now, guys, again, this game started off very good, okay? It was going back-to-back, trading blow for blow, shot for shot. All the girls that was on the court, okay, they were doing their big one, okay? So in the first quarter, the Seattle Storm, okay, they scored 25 points, whereas the Dallas Wings scored 26 points. For the first quarter, we were up. Okay, I was rooting for Dallas Wings. Okay, cheering on Paige, Bueckers, DJ Carrington, Alyssa Smith, Tierra McCowan. Okay, a lot of controversy was surrounding her name in last game. Okay, when it was the Seattle Storm. I'm sorry, not the Seattle Storm. When it was the Dallas Wings versus the Minnesota Lynx. You know, people were talking about, oh, Tierra McCowan just stormed off while, the rest of her team was like, trying to come together as a huddle for the huddle, whatever. It is what it is. She felt some type of way. The fact that she drew 4 fouls, in 4 minutes, was just crazy, okay? Speaking of fouls being drawn and called, in this game, in the first or second quarter, I believe, can't really remember, but in the first half of this game, we see Arike Angumawale get 2 fouls called on her. She just had to sit out the game. Again, this has been crazy. It seems like every single WNBA game this past week, since we just tipped off on May 16th, that was Friday, everybody in every game has been tripping. They've been getting technical fouls, flagrant fouls, upgraded to 1-2. It's just crazy. The second quarter comes around, and this is when everything just went down the drain for Dallas Wings, okay? The Seattle Storm in the second quarter were able to score 31 points. The Dallas Wings, on the other hand, only scored 15 points. The third quarter, Seattle Storm scored 10 points, whereas the Wings scored 20. So in the third quarter, we were coming back up. The fourth and final quarter, the Dallas Wings scored 10, whereas the Seattle Storm scored 13 points. Now, Paige Bueckers, she did what she could. Okay, actually, let me go to the player statistics, okay? Let me start with the Wings first, even though they lost. First of all, Maisha Hines-Allen, guys, she only put up 4 points, 6 assists, and 8 rebounds, and she gave us much-needed relief, okay, when it came to, finishing around that basket, right underneath that rim, or right to the right or the left of the rim. But, again, it just wasn't enough. She only gave us 4 points. Alyssa Smith, she cooked up. She gave us 12 points, gave us 0 assists and 4 rebounds. Paige Bueckers, guys, did her big one. She gave us 19 points, 8 assists, and 6 rebounds. Arike Ngumbawale, she gave us 8 points, 0 assists, and 2 rebounds. DJ Carrington only gave us 4 points, 0 assists, and 5 rebounds. What is going on, DJ Carrington? Usually it's the other way around. Usually, Alyssa Smith ain't giving us much, and then DJ Carrington is. DJ only gave us 4 points. Again, she got to get that offensive game together. I know she got it in her. Maddie Segrest, guys, she gave us 12 points, 0 assists, 5 rebounds. Tyasha Harris only gave us 2 points. This is the team's leading 3-point shooter. Her, and I say along with Paige Bueckers. Tyasha Harris, she looks stagnant and stale. And again, a lot of times they would give her the ball, pass her the ball, and allow the offense to run and flow through her. She looked like she was just looking around lost. She didn't know what to do, where she was at, what to expect, what's to come. I'm like, why give Tyasha Harris the ball if she's looking around like she don't even know where she at? Tierra McCowan gave us 10 points, 1 assist, and 8 rebounds. Let's talk about the Storm a little bit, okay? Because the Storm came, okay? They brought that Storm. Gabby Williams put up 17 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. Alicia Clark gave them 6 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound. Nneka Ogwumike, she scored 23 points, had 3 assists, and 19 rebounds. Nneka Ogwumike was the leading scorer for her Seattle Storm team. Okay, Ezzie Magberger, she put up 7 points, 5 assists, and 7 rebounds. And, of course, Skylar Diggins-Smith came very close, just second leading scorer for the Seattle Storm team tonight. Skylar Diggins-Smith put up 21 points, had 9 assists, and 1 rebound. Okay, so again, as it pertains to the Seattle Storm, the main apex predators, if you will, is Gabby Williams, Nneka Ogwumike, okay, Queen Nneka, and, of course, Skylar Diggins-Smith. They were just so intense, specifically Skylar Diggins-Smith. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because now she's officially or about to officially be a single woman now. Ever since, guys, if you don't know, Skylar Diggins-Smith just filed for divorce from her husband. She was out there just in them girls' face. Offensively and defensively, if you leave Skylar Diggins alone all the way on the side of that net on the 3-point line, she's going to put it in and just split splash waterfalls. Okay, she's going to score on you. They kept allowing her so much space, so much time and opportunity, ample amount of time and opportunity, even if it's just like a little bit. She somehow will convert that little bit of opportunity and just become just capitalize off of it amazingly. Okay, Skylar Diggins-Smith, again, she just has that intensity and that precision when it comes to scoring. Again, Enrique Ngubawale got into foul trouble. It wasn't like much she could do, but when she was in the game, okay, even after she got out of foul trouble, after she got out of jail, she was stagnant as well. Again, overall, the Dallas Wings, they were stagnant offensively. Okay, defensively, they were pretty good. They could do better, of course, but offensively, it was very stagnant. But again, shout out to Paige Bueckers. She became the leading scorer of tonight's game with 19 points. But it leads me to ask this question, guys. Again, the new and latest head coach of the Dallas Wings is none other than Mr. Coach Chris Koclanes. That's how you pronounce his last name, Koclanes, not Koclanes. I used to say that, sorry. You pronounce his name as Chris Koclanes. Again, this is his first time being a head coach of a WNBA team. And again, the season just kicked off. Okay, I know we're gonna get there sometime. Okay, he's gonna get there. We gotta give him some grace. We gotta give him some time. We gotta give him. We gotta be more patient with him. What I'm saying is this. Okay, this is game 2. We already got whooped. Okay, the other day by Minnesota Lynx, and now we're getting whooped again by the Seattle Storm at our home court. I only remember maybe once. I remember specifically one time. Perhaps it was more times than this, but I only remember one time Coach Chris Koclanes calling a timeout. He called a timeout in the fourth quarter when it was 27.9 seconds left in the game. What are we doing, sir? What are we doing? It's like, again, I understand he's new. He got to get some time to get, his feet wet. And again, this is not a bad game. Again, the Wings only lost by 8 points. And in the beginning, in the first and second quarter, we was keeping up with them as best as we could. But it was what it was. Again, we were just so stale offensively. We kept passing the ball around, looking crazy, looking like we don't know what our next move would be. Whereas the Seattle Storm, they had that precision and that force. That they knew exactly where they wanted that ball to go. And they made sure that they got it in the paint or at the 3-point line. Whereas we, on the other hand, even when we got good looks, when there was nobody contesting our shots at the 3-point line, the 2-point line, the midline, the free throw line, we weren't able to score. Again, guys, I just feel like, again, the verdict is not out. Again, I'm going to keep saying this. We got to be patient with Mr. Coach Chris Koclanes. But I just wish that he showed more strength as a leader of this team, okay, as the latest head coach of the Dallas Wings. He needs more technique and strategy. I say the same thing with my Chicago Sky. That's my number 1 team. As a head coach, give them some finesse. Teach some finesse skills, technique, strategy, and then we got to be consistent on all levels, on all fronts, and all fonts in order for us to just to be able to just stay in the game and, of course, ultimately to win games. Again, guys, so this was a very good game. Again, shout out to everybody, including all the coaches. Shout out to Paige Bueckers. Even though your team lost, I know you got to get used to it, baby girl. You're a UConn legend, okay? You weren't used to getting whooped like this. But again, it was just 8 points. I'm gonna give y'all grace. It wasn't a blowout. Again, in my opinion, 10 plus points, and when you make it into them double digits, you got blown out. Okay, it is what it is. But again, shout out to Paige Bueckers, shout out to Dallas Wings, shout out to Seattle Storm, shout out to everybody. But guys, please comment down below, give me your thoughts and opinions on Dallas Wings' latest head coach, Mr. Coach Chris Koclanes.